Welcome back, dweebs, to another episode of the Weekly Dweeb. With me, as always, is my good friend Kev. Kev, how are we doing on this fine evening?
I am fantastic, James. As we will soon get into in a future installment of this program, I finally got the opportunity to sit down and watch Obsession, and I can't wait to just talk about that for hours with all of you. And you can bank on that. You know, this is going to be weapons level coverage. All right, we're going to do a live. I'm probably going to have a separate video. We won't do 3 lives, so it won't be weapons level.
But yeah, there won't be 3 different. But
all right,
it's fucking good, isn't it?
We might not have 6 hours of content revolving around this movie, but we're going to have at least one. I can promise you that. So I'm feeling great. I can't wait to talk about more horror films, to be honest with you. Spooky season has started. Forget Christmas in July, gang. We're getting Halloween in July. All right, so be ready for it.
All good. It's all good whenever. I can't wait to talk about that one. Obsession's fucking awesome. Speaking of spooky season, and specifically Christmas spooky season, Kev, we got our first trailer for the next Robert Eggers movie, Werwulf. Only in theaters this Christmas. Here's your description. I don't know anything about this movie yet. I have not watched this yet. The description is as follows. Witness Robert Eggers' most visceral and haunting experience yet. Focus Features presents Werwulf, a harrowing tale of devotion, damnation, and the devil within. Dun, dun, dun.
That's a good tagline. That's good. That's well done. Okay,
well
You've got me so far, Robbie. Let's see
if you can keep us now.
Ooh.
We're gonna get right into this one. We can't talk about this one without watching it. So, this is preview review. The name of the game, folks, is we are reviewing just this preview. And with this one, there is really no previous stuff we could use to modify our feelings other than Robert Eggers' previous movies, which we know and love. So
yes, yeah, a little. What color? Are these
so that'll help.
James? They rose tinted. Yeah, they
no,
are.
no,
Sorry,
no,
boys.
No way. They're rose tinted. That's ridiculous. So let's do this. This is the Werewolf trailer that just released over the weekend. Gotta go to downloads to find it. Not the work folder. Don't need that. Not tonight.
Pull up some work stuff. Yeah.
Oh no, burn all that. And after it's
a little late night study session for the boys.
Let's go. Yeah, wait, too late for that. Here we go, folks. Here we go.
Do you think this was going to be as horny as his last?
I hope not.
Kind of do too, yeah. I could use a break.
Oh, child of God, come. Do not dread the darkness. Embrace it.
What a family.
I heard of a raving beast that ravished this country.
You said that already.
Keep my husband safe from his cursedness.
Thy soul is cursed. Thy kin are cursed. Thy world is cursed.
James.
Boy,
Okay.
oh boy.
A lot to unpack there.
Yeah, you can tell it's from the same guy that made Nosferatu. You can absolutely tell it.
Well, and if you couldn't, he reminded you twice in what was that?
Yeah.
45 seconds, 1
Yep.
minute, maybe.
Mhm.
Just really pay no attention to this movie. We're trying. Remember Nosferatu? It was good. You're gonna like
Yep.
this. You're gonna like it so much that the voiceover sounds like it was Count Orlok doing the voiceover. Did that sound the same to
I
you?
wonder if it was
I was like, did they get the same?
Count Orlok actor.
Do they get the same Skarsgård to do this movie? And they're just like, just don't change the voice at all, brother. It sounded to me almost too much like Nosferatu. It kind of threw me off every time I'd hear him roll those R's a little bit.
Bill Skarsgård. Yep, you're right.
Is it
So
a
let's see.
yeah?
Werwolf narrator. Who was that? Who narrated?
No
that?
whammies, no whammies.
Werewolf trailer.
I hope it was a different voice actor because that's going to help prove a point that we're going to make later, probably next week, James, when we talk about voiceover narration and certain companies' desire to bring people back from the dead rather than just hire another talented voice actor or voiceover.
Right, yeah.
Person. Because I could not tell the difference between that and Count Orlok, which I'm not certain that it was the same, but
I can't get it. I don't know if it was or wasn't.
It felt like they did everything to try to make it sound the same, which throws me off. Maybe, I mean, I don't have my history book pulled out in front of me, so maybe the timeline is similar. But with Robert Eggers, one of the things you can always count on is era accurate dialogue, right? Like he did that.
Yeah.
He's done that in the past. Like you're going to hear people speak the way they spoke in that point in time. So it just kind of threw me off as far as this preview goes, but it did seem less horny. So we got that. That's a bonus point.
I don't know. There seemed to be some horniness hinted at in there. I think there was some horniness hinted. I'm just looking at the cast that I can find on, and this is through IMDb, and there's 13 of them. The only person that, like, maybe it is Ralph and Nesson, but I don't. It sounded like Bill Skarsgård.
It sounded, yeah, like too much. Which would have been fine without the mentioning Nosferatu twice in the trailer, which I don't know. I think, first of all, that's not the only movie he did, but I can kind of see it as we unpack this thing together. It is another Christmas release in black and white. At least it appears that it's.
Yeah, I think it's sure seemed black and white.
It'd be very odd if the whole movie weren't in black and white when that's what they just showed us.
Yeah, sure.
They've got that, which I do love. Well, it's not all in black and white. Okay, so we've got that. We've also I noticed Willem Dafoe is in that yellow tint, which you got from a lot of silent era movies.
Yeah.
When they weren't just black and white, you'd have them sort of there'd be a tint to them. The original Nosferatu has a lot of that from 100 years ago. But I will say, okay, so to get into this and to get into some of the positives, they certainly didn't ruin anything, right? Like I have really no idea what this movie is about.
Correct.
The tagline that you read before you pressed play on this tells me more about the movie.
Correct, right?
Than any of this does. This was all imagery. Like,
I know this is bad.
Hey,
though.
look how good am I with a camera, guys?
Yeah, he's incredible with the camera.
Yes.
Let's get this out of the way.
Right. Yes.
Fucking fantastic. This dude, this old man is creepy as fuck.
True.
Like so creepy. But yeah, he is incredible with a camera. Like this looks like a 1940s flick. This is like, I was like, are we watching the Bone Temple here?
Yeah.
There's some weird shit.
And then there's the fire. Yeah. This really gives, and then it pulls back to the Nosferatu of it all when you think of the Romani clan. And you're talking about Bone Temple. The first time I saw the guy who's on screen right now, I was like, oh, is this Aaron Taylor Johnson?
And
so
it
yeah,
is.
we both just have
Yeah.
28 years later just
It's in our
fogging our
head,
brain
yeah.
right now.
God, this shit is weird. Oh, frequent collaborator on the left is Lily Rose Depp, the main character in Nosferatu. You've also William Dafoe was in this as well.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe is never not going to be in a Robert Eggers movie, I would think.
He's his guy. There he is. Look at our hunter.
Only after whoever dies first, that's what will end that collaboration.
Yeah.
I am certain that Robert Eggers will always find a role that fits well with Willem Dafoe. And that's not a hard job. It's probably the easiest job he has. We know about his filmography that he puts a ton of extra work into, the historical accuracy and just the making of the film altogether. So the easiest job this guy has is, how do I cast Willem Dafoe in this movie?
Right.
Oh, okay.
How do I get him in?
We'll find a spot for you.
Yep.
Without a doubt. So I have no concerns about his contributions to the film.
Look at our guy.
Yeah, dude, that's just badass. But
there it is again, right in the middle.
Yeah,
he's got so many other movies they could have put there. The Northman, The Lighthouse, Witch.
Yeah, it's like, dude, just he has not missed yet, but it's just like, hey, Nosferatu.
It's just a weird thing to stick that twice. Like, hey, like I know that was the breakout one, but like, come on now. The Northman's fantastic.
Yeah, you've got other greatest hits you could call out. You don't have to just call this one out. But maybe it's letting us know that not only will this be another Christmas release, but maybe this is a hint at what's to come.
Right.
Like, hey, you want another creepy, horny horror movie? Here you go.
We got you.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
A lot of dead animals right there, folks. Goodness. Bad times on the farm.
I will say, I mean, because this trailer doesn't give us a ton to work with outside of, like we've talked about, it looks great. I love the it makes me wonder what sort of what are the aspect ratios going to be for this, because this is
4:3. Yeah, they change them. Yeah,
this is old school right here. Will it stay that way, or does it sort of switch? That was one of the things I enjoyed about Sinners, right, was the way that Ryan Coogler used the different aspect ratios, which when done well, it's incredible how it can kind of blend in, it's not a jarring thing. I like the way this is colored. Like it's not straight up black and white
shit,
but it's all muted. Yeah, like, is that a she werewolf? You were right. I honestly I missed this the first time through, but yeah, you're right. It's pretty horny still.
There's some hidden horniness right here. Maybe this was all 4:3. I said that in the middle. It wasn't, but it might have just been so dark. God dang.
Man, I for one, so we're going to break the rules here, gang, and talk about some of the expectations, because I will say, I think werewolves in general have been, I don't know if it's underutilized or underappreciated are the right terms, but I feel like when you think about those historic big name monster brands, I feel like the werewolf, like, we're due a good werewolf story. You have to play, spoiler alert for video games, you have to play games like The Quarry to for me at least, to think of like recent media that's been really good about werewolves. I can't think of a movie that has really knocked it out of the park on the werewolf front in a long time.
I wouldn't. I don't really can't think of one either. Just right off the top of my head.
Biased towards this because he hasn't, at least for me personally, he has not let me down on any film that I've ever sat down and watched. So I think this was a strong choice in the trailer, James, to not really show too much, just kind of
didn't show much.
Bank on your own brand name.
What it is. Have some fun with it.
At the Nosferatu. Oh, also, do you remember Nosferatu? But generally speaking, I like the approach of, here's some cool shots from this movie. You know it's going to be good because you know who's making it, and just letting it sort of sit there without going too deep into what the movie's going to be about. So I think it was a well done trailer. There's not too much I guess we can say about it though, because it almost gave us too little to work with.
Yeah, it's it really is just banking off the fact that you know who he is and you know what you have an idea of the story, and that's all you're getting. It's very light. I don't know if I hate it, but it's also kind of heavy too. There's some weirdo shit going on in that thing. Very interesting. Oh, it's awesome. We're gonna get him and the Resident Evil movie this year, another Krieger movie this year. That's a fun fucking time.
Dude, well, horror fans are up. Stocks are up for fans of horror films right now. I think, not to get too far off track with the topic at hand, but I think the game is changing in that genre. We saw it first with Krieger, with Barbarian, and then Weapons, and then of course Jordan Peele with what he's done. But now we've got Curry Barker, and then in a different bubble, we've got Kane Parsons, who didn't do sketch comedy like these other guys, but cut his teeth on YouTube. I think there's a new wave of horror creators coming into the fold that's gonna we're gonna be eating good, gang, for the next few years. If you're horror fans, people are getting more out there with their ideas, which I think the genre needs. And we can continue to count on Robert Eggers to bring us horrific period pieces to kind of drop us in this sort of time machine to show us what life was like in that time period. So although we don't get much of that in this trailer, and what we might have gotten, James and I are distracted by the fact that he sounds too much like Count Orlok.
Yeah,
it's probably exactly how people were speaking back then, but it just
it's possible. It just sounds exactly like him, just identical. And if you haven't seen Nosferatu, it doesn't matter to you, right? But
go watch it.
It does.
Don't watch it amongst family. That might be like, make sure you know, the room is prepared before you fight. Like, don't watch Nosferatu on a plane, okay? Take it from a guy who knows it gets a little awkward for the people sitting next to you. Go watch that. But like you said, if you're not familiar with that, then that part won't throw you the way it threw us. But I'm here for this. At this point, I almost said it before we started. All this trailer could do is potentially let me down, because at this point there's a proven track record. It'd kind of be like if they put out a bad trailer for the Odyssey. Like, I still would trust Christopher Nolan enough to be like, I'm going to go see it, whether the trailer's great or not.
Correct, right?
I'm going to see this movie, even if that had been the worst trailer we've ever seen. I probably would still go see the movie. This one didn't do a lot to sway the needle for me in either direction, James. I'm kind of right where I was at. I'm questioning some decisions that were made in the trailer, but I'm still pretty hyped for this movie. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I am pumped. There's the decision to drop Nosferatu in there twice, then use what sounds like Bill Skarsgård. May not be. It may not be. It sounds like him. It doesn't affect me. And I guess here's the part where I just pull from all history, is like, his track record's way too fucking good. Eggers' track record is way too good. I think I'd give this trailer an 8. I think I could drag it to an 8 on my list. I think that's where I would put it.
Okay, that's pretty good. I will to balance the scales a little bit, I'm going to give it a 7. I think your 8 has influenced me positively to keep it on the higher end of the scale. I think it probably could have been better, but it certainly wasn't. It wasn't bad. It's just kind of, it's just okay. It's just good. If this were somebody making their directorial debut and they had dropped this trailer, I don't think it would have gotten me excited to watch their movie. I would have been excited about the cinematography, because they do have some pretty cool shots in there. But but it's got to stay at about a 7 because they didn't break any of our rules that we hate. You know, we hate seeing things get spoiled for us in the trailer. I saw that happen in multiple trailers that I watched today before my viewing of Obsession. So I'm looking at you, Evil Dead Burn, you son of a bitch. Why don't you just tell me the whole movie next time? Why don't you just show me every major kill in an Evil Dead movie? Because, you know, that's so much fun. You know, you wouldn't want to leave that up to the imagination. You wouldn't want to have those epic moments just be experienced while you're watching the movie. No, go ahead and show it to me in your trailer, Evil Dead Burn, you son of a bitch. But no, this was a good trailer. I am still going to go watch Evil Dead Burn, by the way, guys. But not the best trailer I've ever seen. All right.
not the best one. Thank you guys for joining us today. This has been the weekly dweeb review of Werewolf. Kev, outside of here, where can they find you, my friend?
Well, as long as it's not a full moon, you can find me over at Carnage Media. We've got back-to-back weekends of Benchmark Pro Wrestling. So go check it out, guys. The videos from the most recent event are really taking off. So I am so thankful. If you happen to be a viewer of both channels and you have contributed to the rise of Benchmark Pro Wrestling, I thank you. We've got the Absolute Grand Prix tournament that has already wrapped up, getting those videos edited, and then Liberty or Death comes to us this Friday, July 3rd. So if you're wondering where I'm at, I'm in this chair editing wrestling footage. So when you are all caught up on your preview reviews, if you're a fan of pro wrestling or combat sports in general, go check out Carnage Media PPV over on YouTube. But most importantly, I'd just like you to hang out with us here longer. So
come on down.
Go catch up on all the other previews we have reviewed. I just did one for a video game I'm very excited about, Undead Chronicles, that I think could be the next zombie horror game that I lose myself in if I only had time. So I may be counting on you, dear viewer, to play that game for me since I don't have free time anymore, and let me know how you feel about it. But it looks like everything I ever would have asked for in a zombie game. So go see what we're talking about there. James, what else you got for the folks at home?
Just hit that like button, guys. We're one away from 200. We are so close. God, we're fucking right there. The floodgates are about to open. But also, like Kev said, check out the rest of our content. And hit that bell button so you can help hit the bell button. Bell button. So you can help Kev sleep at night, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. This has been the Weekly Dweeb. Until next time.